It's just fucking Toffler, Rutgers. It's really just a Jets chamber pot. Oh, we suck at stuff. To Garrett Wilson.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch!
That was all Zach, everybody. No, Quinn gets him. Yeah!
Yes!
Look at this.
What is it?
A real live offensive touchdown. Got pressure. Run, you idiot. Here we go. Oh, that's a catch. That's a catch. All right, everybody. Garrett Wilson doesn't give a shit. Look at Zachy do, huh? Let's go, Zod. Kicks it around the end. Run, little guy. Touchdown.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? I believe in Zod. Let's go, Jets. Well, this thing won't work this morning. There you go, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Who doesn't love a good Monday morning, huh? Everybody loves it. I think that's the way, we just got to accept that Mondays are the best, I think. And now we're getting into the football season. So Mondays, it's important that we figure out a way to be together on Mondays, especially, now we can, it's preseason, it's all the stuff. But as the season goes on, man, we got to remember that this is the New York Jets, and you can be excited all you want. You can be excited if you'd like. But chances are we're going to need to console one another on Monday mornings, and that's why it's so important that we hang out. This was very impromptu. I had a gap, so I wanted to because I'm working on figuring out the schedule for this year. In addition to Tuesday nights and the live game streams and that sort of thing, I want to figure out the schedule. So I got to figure it out. But today I had a gap, so I figured, I'm just going to shoehorn this in here. I got 45 minutes or so, 50 maybe, and we'll talk some Jets. But I want to say hello to some people before we get started. Obviously, it's always good when we get the green heart from Jets Forever. Jets Forever, forever. Jets, you know what I mean? What are you going to say about that? That's right. I'm feeling good. Feeling good today. And it's a funny thing. Like as you age in life, you start to, you get different perspectives, get different perspectives. Like when I was young, I was, remember the Billy Joel song, Angry Young Man? That was me. I related so much to that song. I didn't get it when I first heard it, that it's not really the most positive thing about the Angry Young Man. I thought it was a rallying cry, but no. You hear it now and you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to be that. That's not good. But so now I get to a place where I'm just as disappointed, everything like that, when the Jets do whatever they do. But you get this kind of an observation mentality, and you look and you're like, oh shit, man. Well, what do I really expect from the New York Jets this year, right? So we got Justin Fields. We all know that that's going to be a little interesting, to say the least, right? Whatever they're doing offensively, we hope that what we've been seeing in preseason, that it's like this very vanilla offense, man. There's very little going on as far as, a creative play design. There's just some screen stuff and, good offensive line discipline and things like that we're seeing. But as far as the offense, in general. It's like, so we're hoping that when they show up on September 7th, that there's a whole package utilizing the skill set of one Justin Fields. But we don't know if that's the case or not. It's we're dreaming, we're hoping, we're doing what we do every year, which is we hope that what we see is tricks. They're not as bad as they look, right? That's what we're hoping. Now, Giants fans, we played the Giants in the Snoopy Bowl, and we beat them last year. We scootily do. And then they beat us this year. Wing dang doodle. So there's a lot. There's like, oh man, we're going to be this and we're going to be that. And look, maybe they are. Maybe Russell Wilson. And I mean, look, Dable hasn't had the best quarterback play. So he's got Russell Wilson. He's got Jameis Winston. Jackson Dart look good. Look, they got some good stuff. Their defensive line is no joke. Can't take it away. So they can be excited. But let's be real here. The Giants have sucked right alongside of us for a pretty long time. That said, they got a whole bunch of Super Bowl rings to lean on. You know what I mean? We don't have that. So that's the thing. But, look, if you forgot, if there's any Jets fans, young guys out there, wondering why older Jets fans hate the Giants and hate Giants fans, like obviously on a personal level, I got family. I don't hate them, but I hate them as fans. I do. If you're wondering, you're like, why do they, what's wrong with these old grumps? Dude, if the Giants are good, you will see it. You will see it. When you're in high school, you're walking around high school with your Jets. Just wait. If the Giants are good, you'll see. I was in high school during the Lawrence Taylor years and Phil Simp. Dude, Giants fans were the worst. The worst. So let them I'm just telling you, they get a drip of the goodies, you'll see it, and you'll know why. Just know this. Whenever you're dealing with like an older gentleman or lady for that matter, and they have very strong opinions on something, don't be so quick to judge it. They've gotten there. They're there for a reason. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, man, fucking feel how you want to feel, kid. But I'm just telling you, it's called wisdom, experience. Right, Snoopy? What's going on with you? Incel's in here. He's happy. Lucky Leo. Good to see Leo around. Matthias Simon's in the house. He's saying hello to people in the chat. What are you saying over here? Where are you in Virginia? Come say hello. I'm in the middle of the woods. I'm in Central Virginia. If you're within 40 minutes, you got to come. Say hi. I'll make you some shrimps. I'll make you mountain shrimps. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Let's see here. Greg's in the house. Nice. Good to see Greg. Yeti's here. Chris is here. Look at us. We're just having a Monday morning, and it's going to be, yeah. So I'm aware, Gator McLeod. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have to move it around. It's funny because I was literally subconsciously just thinking of that. Watch this, though, Gator. Watch what I do here. They're not really sponsoring this video. So I'll leave it up, but I'm not overly concerned. I'm not overlay concerned, but look at this. Boom. See that? Thank Gator. You see it, buddy? I'll leave them up. I do want to tell you guys about the cruise. You can save $500 for the Gangrene Legends cruise, everybody. $500 off per person until September 7th. It is worth, if you're going to do it, man, you taking your wife, that's $1,000. Jake Assman, Richie, Ryan, Matt, Fireman Ed, Kevin Mawai, Marty Lyons. Gosh darn it. What are you going to do? Look at David Bruce. What are you doing up so late? What time is it over there? So it's 11, 12. It's only 3. It's what, 3 in the afternoon for you? Something like that. It's good to see you during the day. It's weird. What is that? Look at this. How weird is that? Why did it come up like that? That's weird. $1.99. Weird. Why did it come up like that? Let me see something. I can see that that's a thing. Something's going on with my thing. Well, I can see it's a thing. Well, thank you, Jake. Early morning. Yeah. You know, this is when I would release the pre-recorded Jets pod. But, yeah. So, but thank you, Jake. And Jake will be on the cruise. Yeah, man. The cruise of champions right there. See? That's it. Eric Craig's in the house. Good to see Eric. Good to see all you guys. So, look, let's talk about the most important thing going. All right. This is the most important thing in Jets land is that clearly there's a big issue out there with the fact that number 1 overall pick of the Giants got positively flattened by tight end Stone Smartt on fucking the preseason game. And somebody doesn't like how that feels. Now, look, you could talk about, hey, we win. Hey, here's what you do. You know, like when people go, look at the scoreboard after you just mash his fucking face into the ground. If you've played football, you know all about it. Like one team's losing, one team's winning, right? So when you're losing, what you do is you get a little resentful and you start to say, all right, well, I'm going to at least make my guy pay for it, right? That's what you do. I'm going to win my battle. So Stone Smartt positively flattens Abdul Carter. He don't like it, which is, by the way, is what I've been screaming about for 100 years, right? I mean, it's been 100 years. 43 years of Jets fandom is more than 100 years, all right? That's fact. This has been proven. It's factual. Is the tight end has an opportunity. Okay, when you get a man at tight end, a man, somebody with a sack full of testicles, 6, 7, 8 testicles in there, just swinging around. When you have a man at tight end, they have to know something. They have a golden opportunity. A golden opportunity. They're in line. They're on the right side, right? Just as an example, you got your left tackle right there, and they got their end. Now, their end is a foot. He's taking an outside step of the tackle, and the tight end's in motion. He comes over, and he settles in right there. The edge guy, is going to try to get around, just in this scenario. He's going to try to get around the tackle. The tight end, he thinks, is going to go out, give him a little pop, and then he's going to go out. Dude, if you have a man, they have an opportunity to positively just crush, just boom, take 2 seconds, not even 2, a second, and just lift them up off the ground and let your tackle clean it up and then go out and do what you got to do. And they almost never do it. It's like when I talk about the stiff arm shit. How many times are we going to watch these guys get stiff armed? The guy puts his hand out, grab his wrist, and break it. That's what you do. I'm sorry. And they don't do it. They take the hand to the face and they try to get to his shoulder pads and they can't reach because they got little arms. You know what I mean? The guy's all extended, he's mushing your face and you're going to try to grab his waist. What are you doing? So I don't know. So Abdul Carter is very upset. He's like, yeah, well, look, the Jets, look how about 30 points, blah, 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 blah. And he's crying. And what Stone Smartt should come out and say, he really should. He should come out and say, I hear you, but it sucks to get flattened like you did by a tight end, doesn't it? Like, just keep it in the pocket. You just keep it in the pocket, man. He wants to talk about the scoreboard. He wants to talk about the history. Nah. We're going to keep it right here. I flattened you. That's where we're going to keep this one. Okay. I'm a tight end. My name is Stone Smartt. Nobody knows who I am. You're Abdul Carter. You had sights on doing something, making a whole thing, and I flattened you. And then you went on your back, and then my tackle jumped over and flattened you some more. Drove you 2 inches into the ground. You're an Abdul fan? Yeah, right. And look, fan, I don't know if I'm a fan of anybody that's not the Jets, but that's your prerogative. But I get it. I like the player too. You know what I mean? Badass. But you're 100% right. When you do that, you let the world know my panties are bunched right now, right? He bunched up my panties. That's what happened. And it's the way. So you just know. You're able to do that on the football field. And that's what you do. That's what they do to Michael Clemens all the time. They get under his skin and then he plays stupid. That's what you got to do, man. The whole first quarter, in my opinion, is set in tone. You know what I mean? You hit dudes under the chin. You know what I mean? You flatten them. You do everything you can to get them angry and rattled and not thinking. You get them into the emotional realm. And then you can do some intellectual shit on them when they're all mad. You know what I mean? Like, how many times did we watch the Jets' third and fourth string guys bite on a screen? You want to know why? Because they're tired of getting pushed around. And then they get that opportunity that they broke through, and their saliva, they're drooling. What did Parcells say? Might have been Rex Ryan, actually. It was Rex Ryan. He said, if you're a defensive lineman, especially like on the inside, and you just have a clear shot to the quarterback, and there's nobody like trying to stop you, dude, you'd better know that you're a sucker. You're a sucker. They're going to screen you, and you're going to be lost in space. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but yeah, dude, I love it. So, look, let's talk about Martinez. Tony Alexio and the Martinez package. We got some good data, right? Now, I thought Martinez looked pretty good, and then he looked a little bit shakier. But, yeah, the dropsies, it was a weird game. And I'll tell you what, there's only one receiver that seems to be catching just about everything you throw to him, and that is one B. Smitty. And I'm hoping that guy makes the team. I wanted him to make the squad last year. And we had only a little data. He looked different when, and you can tell sometimes there are guys that come on the field and they look different. They look like they don't belong in this batch. That's Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith, he comes on and he just looks like he doesn't belong there. He's better than these guys. You know what I mean? So they gave him the opportunity to play with the ones, twos, like that side of the game. And he looked good again. Led the team in receptions, 5, I think. So Tony Alexio, your boy Martinez, he loves Brandon Smith. So, I hope we see more of him. So Thor says, Cruz, yeah, and I didn't say the link is in the description. If you want to go on the Gangrene Legends cruise, man. And again, right now, $500 off per person until September 7th. So it's the time to do it. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best. We're going to Bermuda on Royal Caribbean. Again, it's not like we're saying, yeah, it's a cruise. It's on a boat. Don't worry, it'll float. It's Mike's cruise specials. We're not doing that. We're not chartering a fishing, a guy. He's like, welcome to the sea. That's not what we're doing. It's Royal Caribbean, and we're going to a place that everybody's heard of. Bermuda, where all the ships and shit go missing. Look at Harry. He says, yeah, you must be. Yeah, poor Harry. He's 150 years old. Ooh, that seltzer. This tastes like a, you know what it does? Look at this. It's called orange cream. I don't know why I grabbed this. You know what it tastes like? Do you remember St. Joseph's chewable aspirins? Remember those? That's just what I haven't tasted one of those in forever. But man, does this taste like it. St. Joseph's chewable aspirin. Wow. So let's see what we got here. Finn Spin, as a rival fan, let's see what he said. I didn't even look at it. The Mad Greek. Welcome, Finn Spin. I have no place to speak here, but if you're interested in an outside-looking perspective about what I think has been holding the Jets back all these years, say the word. Go ahead, speak on it. I'll look at it. I'm always interested in hearing what fucking people think. You know what I mean? I know, well, I agree or disagree, but I think I have a relatively realistic perspective of this team. It's like, look, we had a nice preseason game where we scored 30 points, and everybody looked great. And like, dude, we got to keep it right-sized. It's like, why did we think we're going to be great now? Oh, all these guys, it's going to be, and then we go against the Giants, and we look less than great, and now it's over. Like, let's just let this one go. Like, if you think that we're going to sneak in the Super Bowl this year, you're fucking crazy. It's not happening. And I'm going to tell you right now, Aaron Glenn doesn't even think it's happening. He's going to coach. He's going to try, but they are working on install, man. This is the install. This is seeing who's going to carry water and chop wood with us. That's what this is. And if you don't know that, if you have, what is that guy? Remember the $1 million guy? What did he say? Champagne dreams. Remember that? If you have that shit, caviar dreams. If you have caviar dreams and champagne wishes, or whatever he said, have them, but you're just setting yourself up. We're all going to be disappointed. I mean, look, like I said, I want to win week 1. If we win week 1, the rest is literally gravy for me. This year, I have zero expectations. I would love to see Justin Fields turn around and during this season end up proving that he can be a franchise quarterback. That would be delightful. Am I really hopeful? I got a little hope. I think, the kid's crazy talented physically. You know what I mean? So he looks like he's calmed down. He's a little bit, he's maturing. So who knows? But, it's a long shot. Arian Smith. I'll tell you what. You don't get first team unless he had 3 drops and 2 great catches. So is that first team to you? I don't know. I like him. Again, let's see what he can do. But he's got a knock. And that's he likes to drop passes. And we saw it. Now, one of those, there was good defense on it. The guy had his arm and whatever, but okay. He's fucking dropping passes, everybody. You know what I mean? They were in his hands. You got to catch them. So let's see. Dennis says, Ruckert is the new Beck. Smartt and Beck will be catching balls with Mason. Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. Did Beck, look, he had those couple of catches in the first preseason game. Did we see we got to look at some breakdowns and stuff of what he's doing on, away from ball and everything. But I don't know. I'm tired of the fullback thing. I am. And I'm tired of the idea that a tight end is going to play fullback too. I hate even reading those. I hate it. I'm so sick of it. Aren't you sick of that article? Oh, we're going to try the tight end at fullback. Like, why can't we just not have a fullback? Just get a guy who can play tight end and put him at tight end. I don't know. Beck is, did we see anything this week? I don't recall. Maybe. I think Ruckert's making the team, everybody. That's what I think. I think Ruckert's making the team. It's going to be Mason, Taylor, Stone, Smartt, and Jeremy Ruckert. He'll get this year to, they're going to put him in, blocking situations. He's got underrated hands, but for whatever reason, he's not doing what we want him to do. Is that fair? Yeah, well, that's, it's funny. Somebody said to me, dude, did you see the Bills got blown out? They got shut out. I'm like, well, yeah. But do we really, do we think that's what's going to be this season? That because of a preseason game, because of the Chicago Bears, I think, blanked them? Does that mean that the Bills suck? I don't know, everybody. I don't know. So Matt says this roster is weak. Better shuffle things around and keep your eyes on. Well, what's interesting is that last year, this roster is a lot of the guys that we had last year. Last year, we were going to the Super Bowl. Remember? Now, we lost guys like Solomon Thomas, Javon Kinlaw. Bryce Huff was gone already. Right? But the CJ Mosley, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae. But Devontae Adams was not here when we were talking Super Bowl in the beginning. So, maybe were we just high? We expected Aaron Rodgers to do a lot for us, didn't we? Let's be honest. Didn't we expect Aaron Rodgers to do a lot for us last year? Maybe that's what it was. Aaron Rodgers was the catapult to greatness. We had it good and we were going to be great. And maybe that's what it was. But I think that what we should be is a competitive team, a team that plays hard and competes. But I don't think we have the horses. They did a piss poor job on the defensive line, in my opinion. And I screamed about it all draft. And the Bills were jumping us and taking defensive tackles, all the guys that we wanted, but they could have taken anybody. Again, that's the problem with the Arian Smith pick. It's like, well, you could have gotten one guy and gotten Arian Smith in the next round easily. Maybe not. Maybe you can, but that's what we were thinking. So who knows? Lucas says, you're as realistic a fan as it gets. Zero bullshit. I think that's why most of us enjoy. Well, thank you. I just can't. I don't have the stomach for bullshit anymore, man. I'm a positive spin guy. I like to look at the glasses half full when I can. But, dude, let's be, I don't know. If I can't imagine, why is this thing looking like this today? It's weird. It's not letting me see the super chats. It's weird. Show comments on the stage. Let's do that. Let's show the comments over there. But I don't know why it's not letting me see things the right way. So I got to find this David Bruce thing. I'm sorry, David. I can't see it. There it is. So this says, look, it's like weird. It's not coming up as a super chat. I got to change the setting or something. I don't know what happened. Thank you, David. He says, my mother was born on Bermuda. Her father was stationed over there at the time. Shame I'm over here. I'd love to go, just too awkward for me. Well, you can go visit the house. I hear you. Hey, it's funny you say on Bermuda, born on Bermuda. That's what they say in Long Island. When I say I'm in Long Island, people get mad. They go, no. It's on Long Island. I'm like, well, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's this vernacular, this chosen group vernacular. But it's funny how you say that. You're over there. I don't know how David, we got we got gaps in the way we talk. But from nation to nation. But yeah, on Bermuda. I would say in Bermuda, but maybe I'm wrong because it is an island. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, David, you're the man. I can't believe it's daytime and we're seeing you. It's great. Who else? Dom checking in. What does he say? What's up, Dom? My kids say thank you for the Dollywood message on your lives. Oh, yeah. Did they hear it? I never know. Good. That warms my heart. That warms my heart. I was talking to them about the way to do the coasters. Hopefully, did you go yet? You got to let me know. I'm real curious. How, I gave them like a very quick, but the way to do Dollywood. There's a way. With theme parks, you got to know. You got to do a little research beforehand, and you got to know what to do. Because if you just walk in and do what the crowd does, you're gonna have a miserable day. Like one tactic I have usually is we get there early, so we're there for the opening, and then we beeline it to the back. Everybody gets stopped at all the shit, and I go to the back and work for forward. That's the way to do it. So by the time everybody's in the back, I'm done. I'm done with the back. I'm back there with the diehards. Everybody knows, nod at each other. You know the deal. I have plenty of videos on that. Like, I've gotten into theme parks and been like the first person, the first people to ride like numerous coasters in the park. How does that happen? Because you got to know what you're doing. Harry says, champagne wishes and caviar dreams. There it is. What was that guy's name again, Harry? Frank? What is his name? What are you saying, Finn Spin? You saying stuff? You saying it's the New York media? Yeah, well, we're aware of that too. So is Aaron Glenn. I've been saying that for years. As a matter of fact, when I had members of the media on, I would ask that question. Do you think you help or hurt? I mean, you got a young kid. He just got here, and we're like bashing him when he has a difficult moment. Like, they don't do that in Arizona. They don't do it in Green Bay. They support their guys and they build them up. Like, we're trashing people. If they don't have, like, look, we're doing it in the preseason. Fucking first preseason game, we're like, dude, this guy sucks. Look at him. Membu. Oh, guys, wait, we should have did this with the pick. Give him a second. I will call your attention to a couple of one example. DeBrickashaw Ferguson. He was very average his first year or two. And let me tell you, the outcry of getting rid of this bum, it was everywhere. Now, we didn't have YouTube at the time, but we did have message boards. Remember Matt Simon? All the people that wanted to get rid of DeBrickashaw Ferguson? He was a bum. And it took him a minute. He was good, but he wasn't great. And it took him a minute. And then now we look back and go, oh, he only missed one play and it was a trick play and he was great and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. No, look at this, a Raiders fan. Green Bean, I'm a Raider fan. Thank you for helping me out more than you'll ever know. Well, shit, man. You're welcome. More than you'll ever know. You could tell me, and then I would know. Then we're compatriots in the thing. You know what I mean? But anyway, good. Girl, I'm glad to have helped. And I hope I hope that's real because I love to help people. It's good to help people, So what we'll do, when we start doing this, I might, there's Robin Leach. Thanks, Harry. Robin Leach, that guy. Remember that shit? Like, how great is it to watch, like I'm fucking coming home from my day as a plumber and I'm watching Champagne Wishes and look how these people live. You never see them because they have an entirely different societal system. They never rub elbows with the likes of you. So I'm going to show you how they live. Jesus. Well, Joe, we traded him. Remember, we trade. This was the problem that we had in the draft. Like day 3 of the draft was rough for us. Now, again, these guys might be good. Tyler Barron looks like he's got some meat on the bone, right? Malachi Moore didn't look good this week to me, but I like the player. Arian Smith, we'll see. We'll see how these guys do. But we were having such an issue because we were doing this weird tradey stuff and we were losing picks and using picks. It was like, what are we doing? And we didn't like the guys that they were selecting. So you're trading up to get a guy that nobody likes. So anyway, it was tough. Well, we'll see how it goes next year. We're going to end up trading people this year because this season is going to be over by week 9, week 8. Probably. That's fine. And if it's not great, you know what I mean? It's great. It's going to be great, dude. Just watch the Aaron Glenn Muji era develop. If you are thinking, like on either side, so if you're thinking that we're going to squeak in and be champions this year, you're doing something to yourself that you just don't deserve. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't do this to yourself. You really shouldn't. But the other thing is, during a preseason game or when we look like shit, it's like, dude, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. This is install. They're still getting to know the players. All they know these players as is practice. That's it. And a couple preseason games. Now, Malachi Corley, what's up with that? What's up with that? You're going to tell me that these other guys got more on the, more to offer? I mean, who knows? I'm not there. I can't tell you what's going on there. But I don't understand the Malachi Corley thing. I don't understand, everybody. Now, I made a joke, but maybe it's true. Maybe he's already locked it up. They don't need to see him. It's like, they put him out there a little bit, see if he can return a kick or two. And they do that. They put him out there. He catches a ball. But it's like the fact that they got Pookie Williams or whatever his name was, Pokey McGinnis, that fucking guy is out there before Malachi Corley. I mean, all right. I mean, then he's just done or he's already on the roster. It's one or the other. What? But what did he do? Why don't you want to see this guy? He's built like a Mack truck. He's got good hands. He runs people over. Like, what's not to like? What could he possibly be doing? What could he be doing in camp? Do we have any reports? What is he doing? Nobody's telling us. Where's Sabo and Nania and even Jake? Jake, you gotta get us some info on this guy. What's the story? What's up, Sluggo? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, but you know what, dude? Yeah, like we can speak it into existence, but you know what? You see it on the other end too. So this is an interesting comment from a Dolphin fan, is that we are negative and we speak it in, and I've said that like to a degree, because we trash people, like we're very hard. We're a lot of weight, right? To make it through this mud, you got to be very, very strong. Like not everybody can make it here. And we don't help the situation. But in our defense, we merely react to what we see. All right. And we're tired, dude. Like for 15 years, we haven't even made it into a wild card. And we've been at the games. We've spent the money. We're watching. We're talking. We're doing everything. And look at the first preseason game. If our quarterback runs in for a touchdown, we literally flip and we start talking Super Bowl. So that's the thing. We're just as fucking crazy on the other end. It just never happens. We only get a week, 2 weeks of that every year. So again, like, yes, we're negative, but it's like when we're doing the live streams, people say, well, why are you being so negative? Well, dude, I just watched 5 consecutive 3-and-outs. It's hard to be positive after watching. What am I going to talk about? Well, the center held his guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult. Like, we're mirrors. That's all we are. We're mirrors of what we see. They've given us turd sandwiches. You wonder why my breath smells like shit. It's all I'm eating. It's turds. I don't know what to tell you. You got any parsley? Anybody have a mint? Can I have 1 mint? Week 4, you get a mint. All right, good. I'll wait till week 4. I'll eat my mint. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Infrared's in the house. What's he saying? Got to keep Corley. That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't look like they're gonna. And he's a guy, I'm going to tell you right now, I would be blown away if they cut him, expose him to waivers that he's not grabbed by one of the first 4 teams. I'm telling you. He's not making it to the practice squad. You know who will? Fucking Pookie Williams. What's his name? Pocky? Madame knows his name. I can't remember his name. Pocky McGillicuddy. That guy. He'll fucking do. That guy will make it to the practice squad. Easy. You can't keep those guys over Malachi Corley, but unless they just don't want them. Then they should be floating them. You say, hey, dude, give me a 5th. He was a 3rd-round pick. The previous regime traded up for him. They loved him. They had to have him at all costs, no matter what. Remember? Whew, I'll tell you. Yeah, well, that's right. It's like, no, I know, again, I know this is facetious, but it's like we are a problem. We're not easy. But dude, if anything positive happens here, we are just as ridiculous on the positive side. There'll always be the negative Nellies floating around. Like there's going to be, if the Jets ever do figure out a way to win the Super Bowl, there is going to be, without a question, there's going to be a section of fans that come out and say, yeah, dude, but we're lucky to because blah, 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 blah. They're stuck in the mud. But by and large, you see it, dude. You know why do you think the city, you know, when we get into the championship games, what do? We do it for the AFC Championship. They light the Empire State Building green. You know, the mayors got signed or doing public announcements because we're so excited. We can't even wait till we get to the Super Bowl. We can't even wait. We're so excitable. So, can I have a mint? Right, man. You know, it's hard to not have shitty breath when you're eating turds all day. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm really saying here, everybody. All right. So next time we do this, it sucks because a lot of you guys are just getting here. And I see that. But it is what it is. I got to bounce. I got a meeting, if you can believe that. I'm going to have to go talk to people about health policy and shit. That's what I got to do. I'm going to go talk about health policy in a few minutes. Documentation, streamlining documentation. But yeah, next time what we'll do, we're going to open up half this show, one of these shows. I don't know if this one will be what it is. This was very impromptu. But we'll open a half of it up for you guys to call in if you want to call in. Let's see. Monday mornings also. No, definitely not this. It won't be this. It'll be some variation. Monday mornings are heavy duty. So if it is Monday morning, it'll be what I record Sundays. But I don't know if I'm going to do that or not this year. That's what I've done for the past 5 years is I record something Sunday and it's released Monday. But this one I just stuck in there. You want to talk about my health business? Well, Lucas, email me, but I'm going to tell you right now. I talk about it too much as it is. I don't want to extra talk. So you got to bring the sugar, whatever it is. Make it attractive that I want to listen because I'm telling you, I'm beat up. Yeah, there you go. You can't DM me. Why not? Just email me. My email's in the description. Just email me. Say, hey, this is Lucas. Why can't you DM me? I got a no DM policy. Everybody DMs me. Do I have to follow you or something? Maybe I could look and see. A request? I don't know. Yeah, Saucy Susan. Hey, this is the only time? Well, I know I'll figure something out during the day. I'm going to do something during the day. Now, look, on your way out, throw some insults at Modine. He deserves it, guys. So don't forget, throw an insult at him. Let him know you hate his fucking face. And it's very important that we do that consistently. He's got to know. You can't just come in here, say all these abusive things and not get something slung. You got to sling it. Sling it at this guy. Don't you have to apologize, Tony? Tell him how it is. Tell him what to do, where to go, and how to shove it in. That's what you do. All right, guys, listen, we're going to bounce out of here. Don't forget about the Jets cruise. Again, the link is in the description. It's not the Jets cruise. It's the Gangrene Legends cruise. That's what it is. We're all going to Bermuda on Royal Caribbean. Save $500 per person by September 7th. So per person, guys, $500. The link's in the description. And I don't know. See, I got to figure out an outro because this thing's all, I set it up for the game stream. I made a new, and it kept all those settings. I don't know what happened. So anyway, how do I get out of here, you think? What should I, you know what? Let me play this. I'm going to play this on the way out. See if you guys remember this. I was watching this at the South Florida Jets fan club in 2009. This was the playoff game against the Chargers. And they were supposed to shellac us. Number one offense in the NFL. We weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. And this was one of our guys who decided, you know what? This is the way it's going to be. So we'll do this. Guys, I'll see you next. I'll see you tomorrow at minimum for the Talking Jets and the After Hours Jets Fest. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love you. What? So Scott, what'd you say? Oh, he loves Modine. Get out of here, Scott. Modine's is garbage. Garbage, I say. Love you guys. And let's watch this play, and I'll see you next time.
Chargers. 2nd and 9, and Rivers. What a stick by his own guy. By his own guy. Tolbert is the one down on the field. Making the catch, and that collision with Ryan Thomas.